Hi, I am Molly Antonoli, and I am a teacher's assistant at Butte Head Start. I'm here to talk about the assessments we do. There's informal and there is formal assessments. So, the first assessment that your child will do when coming to school here is the dial. The dial is important because it kind of gives us a look at behaviors. It gives us a look at language, um, motor skills, fine and large, uh, language. Um, it also gives us a look at if your children need to be screened for other things. Um, if your child cannot complete a dial, then there will be other assessments needed. They could need a speech evaluation. They could need an occupational therapy evaluation. They could need a special education evaluation. And all these things can be done at Head Start. There's also screenings through our observations, assessments through the formal end of it. Now, that would be a tool that we use is Teaching Strategies Gold. So, Teaching Strategies Gold, we use documentation, we use assessments, we use checkpoints. We have to do these 4 times a year. Our supervisors, our managers keep a close eye on them, make sure that we do them. We have to do trainings. Even when you've been there for 7 years, you still have to do the trainings to make sure you keep your skills sharp on them. So here is a graph that I printed out for one little girl. I X'd out her name. But so we do them in fall, winter, spring, and then I think it's summer when they leave. Um, so, oops, sorry. So we get this. This little girl manages feelings, the top one. So she stayed the same. Totally normal. Some children will stay the same from fall till winter. Some of them may, sorry, some of them may regress. So when you regress, you would go backwards. That's normal. Some children will regress from a long weekend. Maybe they had something go on at home. Maybe winter break was too long for them and now they're having a tough time managing feelings. That's normal. So when we take these checkpoints, we see, oh, this child is having a tough time managing feelings or following limits and expectations. So what this does for us, it shows us where we need to change our curriculum or our lesson plans to help these children to get back on track or to grow, because that's why we're there. So blue is this child is 5. She is going to kindergarten next year. All children who are in the program that are considered a 4 to 5-year-old are in the blue. Okay, so that's where we want them, is in the blue band, according to Teaching Strategies. So then Teaching Strategies is also the program we use for our distance learning. So if your child is distance learning, a lot of this is going to be done by you. We'll ask you, can your child comfort themselves? Can your child, let's say for the self-help skills, can your child button their own coat? Can they get themselves dressed? Because that's the things that we're looking for. So that's something you will look for. We also send these things home with the kids that are in class learning, and so the parents are helping with that too. So this little guy here, so this is a literacy part. So this is a good one because he went up in this. I'll show you. It says identifies and named letters. He was at a number 1 in the fall and he went up in the winter. So that shows growth. That was something we saw. He wasn't in his color band in the fall. We worked with him and he grew. So, and then some children you'll see that they grow and it's great, and that's what this is for. So, that's what assessment does, is it shows us where we need to be working with the child, where they need the to be focused on in school. Our informal assessments would be, we keep portfolios, which would be our writing sample. So we keep the writing samples like from the first week of school, the middle part of the year, and then the end. It shows their growth and how they're writing their names, how they're drawing. So that shows the progression there. We keep drawings, we keep cutting samples. There's a list of things that we're required to keep, and it shows their progression and how they're growing. And then we also see, okay, there's a group of children that can't cut. We need to work on cutting. There's a group of children that can't write their names. What are we going to do there? Or fine motor skills or large motor skills. What are we going to do? We need to work on throwing a ball. So that's what assessment is for, is to see where we need to work. So, yeah, if you guys have any other questions, just let me know. Thanks.